How does a sublease agreement work for tenants? Imagine you have a lease on an apartment but suddenly need to leave town for a few months. You might wonder how to handle your rental without breaking the lease. That's where a sublease agreement comes into play. A sublease agreement allows you, the original tenant, to rent out all or part of your rental property to another person for a limited time. This can be useful if you are going on a trip, moving temporarily for work, or just want to share your space. The key point is that your lease with the landlord stays active. You are still responsible for paying rent and keeping the property in good shape. The person you rent to, called the subtenant, pays rent to you, not directly to the landlord. You and the subtenant sign a separate contract called a sublease agreement. This document spells out how much rent they will pay, how long they will stay, and what their responsibilities are. It's important that this agreement is clear and written down to avoid any confusion later. Usually, the landlord's approval is needed before you can sublease. Some leases say you must ask permission first, and the landlord might want to screen the subtenant. They might check their background or ask for references. If the landlord agrees, the sublease can go ahead. If not, you cannot rent out your space without risking violating your lease. Remember, even though you have a subtenant, you are still the main tenant. That means if your subtenant doesn't pay rent or causes damage, you are responsible for fixing the issue. You must ensure the subtenant follows the rules in your original lease. Subleasing gives tenants flexibility. It helps you keep your rental occupied and ensures rent continues to come in. But it's essential to have a detailed, written sublease agreement. It should include the rent amount, how long the sublease lasts, and what each person's responsibilities are. This way, everyone knows what to expect and stays protected. In summary, a sublease agreement lets you rent out your rental property temporarily while still holding onto your lease. You stay responsible for the property, and the subtenant pays you rent. Always check your lease and get your landlord's approval before subleasing. Having a clear agreement is the best way to make the process smooth and successful.